Good evening, everyone, and welcome to some more Super Metroid Item Randomizer League Week 4. My name is Tracy M. I'll be taking you through this race. We have two other races going on, so happy that those of you that decide to choose this one. I figure I'm the winner since I got the two trackers. We have Paragon, and we have Leaks Gwen, also known as Not Now Gwen, doing tracking for me. We have unretired rando streamers with Plumps and Omi on the left, Trevor Tox and Dirkseer from Tales of the Dread Metroid on the right, and yeah, this is game 2 of their series, Tales of the Dread Metroid, having won game 1, and we'll see what happens here. Okay, and we're off. Looks like we have three of it. Well, I was gonna say 3 vanilla sprites. Yeah, it is 3 vanilla sprites, and Dirksu looks like he's using the Dread sprite. Of course, early game gonna be pretty standard. So the settings this week, we have full item shuffle on a vanilla map with co-op item share, or not item share, co-op item um, uh, where they get to talk to each other on a voice call and share info share. That was the word I was looking for. See what our first. If we get a, do we get a morph ball? Do we get something else? We get missiles. All right, so it means we're gonna have to get our morph ball in the ceiling. There it is. Dirksu getting it first try. Trevor Tox getting it second try. Omi also getting it. Plumps will be the last to get it. And we get power bombs. And Dirksu is going to immediately take those power bombs and check Billy Mays in a full randomizer. I like this check. It's also nice that with co-op, you can send one player here, and if you want to send someone over straight into the Green Hills zone, you can do that. Nice mock ball into the John Cena bridge for Dirksu. A reserve tank and more power bombs. So nothing really interesting. That power bomb pack could be useful if hell runs. If not a lot of power bombs available and hell runs become a thing for crystal flashes. But other than that, Trav Jack's not going to go pick that up. Doesn't look like either one of unretired rando streamers is going to check that, which probably is fine. Those are not required items. We get our first E-tank. Let's see if either of our runners there are going to go. Right, and nobody's going to go straight to Green Hills, it looks like. Looks like Travatox didn't even check over here for this E-tank. He doesn't have an E-tank. That's a little unfortunate. So yeah, interesting choice by Tales of the Dread Metroid with Dirksu. Looks like he's not only going to pick up this E-tank, he is actually going to be the one that goes over straight into Big Pink. Through this Green Hills zone connector. Just needs to be careful of the side hoppers. That extra E-tank does help. Did take a hit, but he had the extra health to get away with that. Not as big a fan of this without super missiles, because there's a lot of things that need super missiles over here that he may not be able to do. Speed booster. We're on Dirk's side at 230 missiles, so hopefully Plumster Omni does that. Looks like Omni's gonna do it. Dirksu picks up some bombs. That's nice. And an E-tank. But if he doesn't find a super missile soon, he's not going to be able to do all these other checks. Also, he's not gonna be able to do Waterway, so hopefully, for Tales of the Dread Metroid, you want Waterway to be nothing, so that Dirksu doesn't have to come back for it. Plumps and Omni, unbeknownst to them, if it turns out Waterway has nothing or has something, that'll be really good for them. So just some missiles at BT. And another power bomb pack. With as many power bomb packs as we've seen, checking Gauntlet would probably be a good play. In fact, we're gonna see Plumps check the back and see if there's anything worse in the back. And it looks like Travatax might actually just go back for it. I did not see what was on the back. And I think we're gonna get a blind check from Travatax, so we'll get to see it from him. Their E-tank for Dirk, so that will put him up to 4, plus the 1 reserve tank. No supers to check through that door, though. This lack of supers could really hurt Tales of the Dread Metroid. Okay, thanks to one of our trackers, Not Now Gwen, saying that there was a power bomb and an E-tank at the back of Gauntlet. Not a bad haul. Oh, Travatax, real smart move, is gonna check this Criteria power bomb location as well. Lumps the first one into early supers. Doesn't have enough missiles to open the door there, so he's gonna grab this item over here first. And hope it's either missiles, super missiles, or that he can farm some super missiles, but everything seems to want to drop him power bombs. And interesting, Travatax gets the super missile over at the Criteria power bombs, and that might be the only super available. If that's the case, Plumps and Omni are in real bad shape right now. Well, let's see what's in the back here of the early super. Okay, we're fine. Omni finds a super missile in the back of behind the reserve tank. Everything's fine. And plasma beam, which is a really nice find early. See if Omni can get. Yeah, looks like Omni managed to get enough drops, so he'll be able to turn around and open the door. He needs to make sure not to fall here through these crumble blocks on this E-tank. Yeah, a lot of energy early. Oh, unfortunately, yeah, he's gonna have to reset the room if he wants to get the plasma. Oh, he already got the plasma. Never mind. It's like, yeah, so he's done. They're both done with that area. Travatax, meanwhile, is gonna check Gauntlet. Gonna have to be a little bit careful. Has enough power bombs. Unfortunately, with the health situation here, sparking across this was not viable for him, so he does need to do this with power bombs. And gets more power bombs. And E-tank for Plumps. And more power bombs for Ami, which we saw earlier. And a gravity suit. So Dirksu is gonna have to go back to get that when Travatax finds it. Although he's still down there, he may just go back to it right now. Okay, I have E-tank and power bomb for Travatax. And given that he has no E-tanks yet, even though he knows he's gonna get a bunch of them because Dirksu has 6, I think it's smart for him to grab this E-tank now. Yeah, because of that lack of super missiles, the first person to get to gravity suit was not the person that went the other direction. Oh, Dirksu, don't leave, don't leave, go back, no. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I mean, this could be Dirk's wanting to go to the wreck ship, wanting to go down Red Tower, getting the boss information, but he's gonna miss that gravity suit for now. And, fortunately for him, Travatox is gonna find it, so he'll know where it is. But there's not gonna be another situation where it's gonna be, um, on path. And yeah, of course you want speed, but, that waterway check may or may not hold anything. Okay, Plumps with the gravity suit. Yeah, depending on how far Dirksu can get before Travatox can get down there. We'll see how hard it is for him to go back. He's gonna have to go back unless he gets all the things for suitless, and even then, I don't think you're gaining time by skipping the gravity suit when you know exactly where it is. Dirksu gets his speed booster. Now, with that speed booster, with this ammo, he could check Wreck Shift, find out what the boss is, maybe head down Red Tower. Kind of like those plays in general. Obviously, my perspective is a little bit colored by the fact that I know he needs to go back and get the gravity suit, but in a vacuum, the play I would want to see him make would be maybe take a save at the ship, check Wreck Ship, or maybe just head straight down to Red Tower, depending on how... I personally think boss knowledge is really valuable in these. 2 bosses he could do over in Wreck Ship, 2 he can't. But, if you find out Ridley's there, then you don't have to think about Ridley again. Make skipping variable more viable. And it's kind of the same thing if you see Dragon there. Yeah, that is the direction he's going. He's a spazer. Okay, so you want to... Let's see if he still wants to go over the direction. Yeah, he's just gonna not do that right now. I just wanted to see what the item was there. Hopefully both runners remember what was there. Okay, and Plump's gonna show us Wavegate for the first time, I think. Omni must have checked it, but I missed it. I also missed I missed the waterway check as well. Oh, Plump's having trouble with the gate glitch. He's gonna have to farm some supers. Now, I have to disagree with you, Cerbera. I actually am a big fan of checking the wreck ship boss if you have a suit. That is to say, if you have 3 bosses that you can kill. Because either you're going to be able to kill the boss, or you're going to find out that it's the boss you can't kill, and you have that information, and you don't have to even think about your bosses the rest of the way. On the other hand, Dirksu doesn't actually have gravity, so no suits. I definitely like the... I don't mind skipping it as much. Another E-tank, because he doesn't have enough yet. And Omni up in Red Tower. Actually, Omni and Dirksu both up in Red Tower. Now, looks like Travatox has not gone over to Mission Impossible power bombs. We've got plenty of power bombs. So he doesn't pick those up. The only argument for picking up more power bombs is more crystal flashes. We'll get enough E-tanks that that's only going to be relevant, potentially, if we decide to try and skip Various Suit. With this many E-tanks, this check right here that Dirksu's doing, the X-ray check, is in logic. Not the way he looks like he's going to go for it, but with bomb jumps. 6 E-tanks without a suit would make this in logic. Okay, here's the gravity suit for Travatox. Fortunately, the gravity suit doesn't actually help you at all in X-ray, so Dirksu doesn't have to feel bad in that sense about missing it. Also, fortunately, he's not going to be that far away from being able to pick it up. And just another power bomb pack. Wow. There have definitely been a few races where runners will be very jealous if they ever watch this back, because they did not get power bombs in that abundance that our runners are getting here. Wave beam at wave gate, is that correct? Okay. And it looks like Dirksu found charge somewhere, I missed that as well. Because our we have trackers here that have better eyes than I do, plus there's 4 eyes instead of my 2. So Dirksu finding out the news about gravity is gonna go back and grab it. There's that wave beam for traffic talks. Charge at beta PVs, okay, so that means, Plump's just gonna get it, like, now. So everybody is gonna have charge wave, plasma, except Dirksu, who, might still choose to pick up that wave beam. So ammo, not gonna be an issue. It's a little unfortunate that the route for Travatox and Dirksu didn't quite work out. Meanwhile, we have Divergence on our left side. He's gonna go ahead to wreck ship. And Plumps looks like he's gonna head down towards Kraid's lair. And with lots and lots of E-tanks on every runner. If we want to do Norfair Hell runs, we can. Not sure our ammo is good enough. Yeah, right. We don't have that many supers, so a Ridley fight is going to be a beam fight. And we have a good enough beam to do it, but without Ice Beam, those 4 extra shots can matter. Looks like Travatox wants this extra E-tank. So it might be that the plan for Tales of the Dread Metroid may be to send Travatox down to Norfair and do the hell runs. Because I can't think of any other reason why you'd go out of your way to pick up this E-tank. And perhaps Dirksu will do... see, there it is. Wreck ship having the Ridley fight. I'm just gonna try and do this. This is gonna be really tough. Again, 24 shots, but when your energy is ticking off like this, that's not trivial, those extra 4 shots. The good news is Plumps knows that this, I'm pretty sure this was at the wreck ship, so Plumps should know that this is not going to be a Ridley fight. Any boss he finds here, he's going to be able to do. It's Plumps that's not going to get wave beam. Okay. At worst, that means extra gate glitching. Omni not able to survive the Ridley fight, but that was a tough one anyway. I don't think he tries it again. Oh, okay. So I see. His save was at Red Tower. Actually, I really like that save. It means you don't have to backtrack nearly as much from the Ridley fight, and that works out really well. And we have a Dragon over at Kraid. That's the only thing he loses is he has to go back and pick up that charge beam again. Which, not too big a deal. Like Plump's gonna go for a charge fight on Dragon. Could do speed booster strats as well. Supplement some ammo in there. I like that, especially on the phases where she's swooping down like that. Like Travatox is going to be the one to break the tube and head into Meridia. Dirksu, meanwhile, is going to head over to Kraid's lair. At this point, all we're really looking for is that Various suit. We have everything else we need. We have a good beam. We have power bombs for the Metroids if we don't find Ice Beam. We have a decent amount of ammo. Just a missile behind Dragon, though. So Omni being trolled by that speed booster. Speed booster is going to mess up your jump height, so you really can't run from. There we go. You have to do it a little bit differently in the way he ran from the bottom. You can't just run from the ledge like you would without a speed booster. Okay, Mama Turtle, just some ammo. Urksu also gonna take out Dragon now. Yeah, double supers is pretty nice. I mean, we just haven't seen a lot of them. And honestly, if you could get enough supers for the Ridley fight, skipping Suit becomes a lot more viable since Ridley's not down in Lower Norfair. Gratox thinking about that reserve tank, decides he does want it. Dirksu using speed strats. And finishing off Dragon with a charge shot. And a space jump over at the high jump boots E-Tank, so that's really nice. And E-Tank at high jump boots. Again, we're getting a million E-Tanks here. Ice Beam. Over here, Watering Hole for Travatox. So that'll be full beam combo for Tails for Travatox. I don't know if Dirksu will go get that. Depending on how good you are at powerbombing Metroids versus your Ice Beam Metroid rooms. And of course what your Zeb skip situation is. So it's debatable how much Ice Beam will save compared to how long it takes to get it, which it's in kind of a bad spot. But I could support either way for Dirksu. One of the things that's going to be constantly on the mind of Tales of the Dread Metroid, they haven't seen that Ridley is not going to be at these other boss locations. So every time they go to a boss fight, they're going to be wondering if it's Ridley. Whereas unretired Rando streamers know exactly that it's Ridley there. Don't even have to think about it until the end of the race. Unless Varia is sitting in the wreck ship. Which, could happen. Depending on where Vantoon is. If he's here in Meridia, that is very possible. Yes, you... that is my cat. That is her. Apologies for those of you watching later on YouTube. I can't put emotes in a YouTube. Alright, Travatox finds another super missile. See, now we're starting to get some supers. And yeah, it looks like I like what Tales of the Dread Metroid is doing a little bit better. They have one runner in Meridia clearing it out. We have another runner in Norfair clearing that out. I'd like to see unretired Rando streamers do something similar. Send someone into Meridia. We do have plenty of E-Tanks for any kind of hell runs you might want to do. Croc is not going to be a problem to get to. We have both Speed Booster and Wave Beam. Don't even need to gate glitch. Alright, let's see what's over here. Just a missile at Ice Beam, so nothing useful there. I'm really curious to see what this next boss is, because that's going to tell us a lot. Gravitas, again, not without that knowledge that this can't be Ridley, is going to take this save. If he knew that Ridley was at the wreck ship, he'd be able to save a little bit of time there by not taking that save. And we know this is going to be either Fantoon or Kraid. If it's Fantoon, then like anything can happen. Plumps, in the meantime, has gone up to Meridia, so good. We got some divergence going on Unretired Rando streamers. That's what I like to see. Because if this is Fantoon, then all of a sudden things could be in wreck ship, like things as in Variasuit can be in wreck ship. But it's Kraid, so that means Fantoon is down in the depths of Lower Norfair. So wreck ship is dead. There's nothing there that we care about. Meantime, it looks like, let's see, where is Dirk? Oh, I thought he was gonna go to Croc, but he just wanted to go a different way to get over to Bubble Mountain. Or maybe he is gonna do Croc, just wants to farm a little bit first. Either way is fine. Let's see what Kraid has behind him. Just power bombs and Dirk suit. Yeah, sorry. Travatax decides he wants those. Might be thinking in terms of a Various skip. Although again, without that knowledge of where Ridley is, that is a little harder to do. Okay, Dirksu is gonna just Bubble Mountain first, which is fine. And we'll see how much of the rest of Meridia Travatox wants to clear out. I imagine he will at least do the sand pits. Maybe doesn't do shack or plasma. And having a little bit of trouble with this wall jump. It looks like he's gonna bomb jump out. Yeah, he was gonna try and do a gravity jump, which is a way to do this. I'm not sure what there may have been some timing that messed up there. There we go. That's the gravity jump you want. And Dirk's getting another E-Tank up here while in Bubble Mountain. But that means less farming. Doesn't have to farm up from the trip into the reserve tank, so that's good. Meanwhile, Plumps finds the Ice Beam for unretired Rando streamers. Again, I could see arguments both ways, whether his teammate should pick that up. Or supers for Dirksu. And looks like Travatox is going to head towards those sand pits. Has a few options here. With Ice Beam, can do Shack Tool. Could do a loop similar to what you do in Hundo. I would expect that he would at the very least save before going down the sand pits, so that if he doesn't find anything in the first sand pit, you can reset and go to the other one. No, not going to take a save. Okay. Or could, again, just do Hundo route and just clear everything. Ace, I know you're not hearing this, but you know me too well. Shout outs to my partner Ace Zero in SM3 co-op and in my former league teammate, who I know for a fact would go get that Ice Beam. Okay, sand pit to the right, nothing. Plumps resets. Travatox, I'm not sure. Yeah, I didn't see which sand pit he checked, but he's just leaving. Gonna go kill, hasn't killed Dragon, so gonna go do that right now. Might leave the rest of the checks to Dirksu later on. Alright, so we get okay, looks like Dirksu reset from something. Reset the cathedral missile, okay. Assuming the cathedral missile was indeed a missile. X-ray scope over for Plumps. I don't think I grabbed that, I think I reset that. Like, if he was done with the rest of Meridia and he was heading out to, down to, Norfair, I could see keeping that X-ray scope. In fact, he could even grab it on the way out if his next stop is Norfair. But I don't think it's definitely not worth, grabbing, um, if it means going looping around to get back to Dragon. Or to Dragon boss room. Okay, Trapper Duck's gonna head over towards his Dragon, which what we know is Dragon Dirksu at Croc. So everybody after this, everybody will have killed Dragon. Trapper Duck's a boss up from everybody with the crate kill. And we have 2 Croc fights going on at the same time. And Croc with the goods. That is go mode. And a mostly comfy go mode. The only thing that the runners could really want... Well, okay, there are 2 things the runners could want. High jump boots being the obvious one. Having space jump will mitigate a lot of that, but high jump just makes your movement better. The other thing, screw attack for lower Norfair would be super nice. Not so bad without it when we have plasma beam, especially with charge beam. Yeah, I agree with Cerberov. If I were Dirksu, I would head straight down to lower Norfair. Yeah, so now it's just a race to the finish. Definitely give an edge to Tales of the Dread Metroid with Travatax a little bit ahead of Plumpst, having already done the Kraid kill over here. But it's still gonna be pretty close. Dirksu just a little bit ahead of Omni, so, you know, it's almost like the top runners decided to do a similar route and the bottom runners decided to do a similar route. Good old-fashioned any percent routes from Dirksu with that nice chronic boost. Yeah, I think at least one of those supers missed for Plum, so we're gonna get a stood-up grade here. Darkflex is gonna take that space jump and probably leave. I think it was an E-tank here, maybe a power bomb. Nothing that he needs over here. Also, it's very weird to see the Dread Sprite with the space jump because it just looks like a normal spin jump. And in fact, Dirksu and Omni in the same room at the same time. And Travatak's gonna get his various suit very soon. I believe Plumpst is done with Kraid. Like, maybe Plumpst wants this X-ray on his way out, which, you know, he can get it on his way out. But yeah, I did see Sir Roth mentioning in chat, for the ice beam pickup, it really doesn't even matter. I'm not sure it's necessarily faster or slower for our bottom runners to pick it up, on the way, to the Dragon boss or on the way from, but, either way. Yeah, so I think it's Plumps that has the, has Kraid down. I don't believe Omni's done that yet. Chat, please correct me if I'm wrong. But Plumps was the one in Meridia. Okay, Dirksu gonna be the first into the Fantoon fight. So if this item set could go for a 2-round like one might do with missiles, but it is actually a free 3-round without Ice Beam. You can just do if you just do 2-2, charge shot 2-2, charge shot 2-2, charge shot. Actually, I think the last one might not even need to do the 2-2s. You might just be able to go straight to a charge shot. With full beam combo that Travatox has, it's actually a free 2-round doing that. So Plump's gonna head over, get his Varia suit, and will shortly be joining everybody in the Lore Norfair fun zone. Travatox going for the fast pillar, Spark doesn't get it. Could just use power bombs. So we've got so many power bombs. It's probably better to just go ahead and do that rather than trying to reset the room. Dirksu finishing up Fantoon. Didn't Plump's not quite hitting Krokmar in those first shots. There we go. So the funny thing is, when Dirksu ran by Croc to go to Bubble Mountain, I thought at that point he was going to go down to Croc, and had he gone down to Croc, we would have been very, very pro mode over on Tales of the Dread Metroid side. Okay, I'm done with Fantoon. Just Ridley to go for him. Ridley and Kraid to go. So Omni should have Ridley and Kraid still left, so those should not be marked. Dirksu in the Lower Norfair escape. With this much health and Plasma Beam, not really a dangerous place to be. I mean, it's still Lower Norfair. Lower Norfair is still dangerous, but relatively speaking. But yeah, definite shout-outs to our trackers, Gwen and Paragon. I have the privilege of having multiple trackers for this race, and I appreciate their willingness to step up and help me out here. Bumps the last one into Lower Norfair, just as Dirksu's leaving. Yeah, Ridley's gonna be everybody's last boss. And at this point, everybody knows exactly where he is. Plumps and Omni, having done the scout, saw him. Travatox and Dirksu did not. Not entirely sure what Omni's looking for in those missiles. I guess high jump boot, a free high jump boots there would be worth. Literally nothing else at this point is worth. Once you've done Lower Norfair, Screw Attack pretty much loses its value. And we'll shortly see whether Dirksu decides to pick up that Ice Beam or not. Okay, Travatak's done with Vantoon. Our first runner to 3 bosses killed, but has to go all the way up to the wreck ship to get to Ridley. And Plum's playing it safe with the Gold Pirate, just firing out some charge shots there. I like that strat. If you don't feel like you can do the jump over, the ball over, which is one of my favorite strats to watch, it's just, you're not losing that much time killing it. And, you know, you don't want to get knocked down or take a death and lose even more time. And Dirksu decides he wants that ice beam. Travatak's gonna need to be a little careful with these key hunters. Does have enough health to deal with them. Yeah. I feel like the ice beam is gonna save about the amount of time you use up getting it. That does give us Zeb skip, so I don't know if how versed Travatax and Dirksu are, or Dirksu in particular is with speed Zeb skip. Pretty sure we have plenty of ammo. I can't quite read the ammos on there, but I'm not too concerned about it because we have the full beam combo available. And it's interesting, maybe that Omni chooses not to pick up. He does have to do it on his way back, because it looks like he's going to do the route that skips Dragon, whereas Dirksu is going to go ahead and kill Batwoon. I mentioned the last broadcast, there was a lot of debate during the summer tournament, which is when is it faster to kill Batwoon as opposed to going around like Omni is. Plum's able to microwave Fantoon, which is probably why he picked up that X-ray scope. Alright, Dirksu into the Kraid fight. And he's gonna book it out of there. Travatox, I think, is... I don't know who's getting... I think Travatox is a little bit closer to the wreck ship. So I think he'll get to Ridley first. It's gonna be pretty close over there for Tales of the Dread Metroid. There we go. Omni with a nice quick kill of Kraid. Plum's really glad that he has that plasma beam to deal with those key hunters. Dirksu gonna take the Forgotten Highway over to get to Ridley. Several years ago, Sloters went ahead and timed this. Found out that it was pretty close to the same. especially when you know you're not picking anything up. I suppose Dirksu could take a quick peek at the Wreckship E-Tank if he wants to try and find high jump boots, but I don't think that's worth. Trivertox remembering to skip over that Spazer beam. That was scouted before by Tales of the Dread Metroid. Right. Omni, I'm not sure. Not entirely sure what he's looking for here. If he's picking up ammo for extra Zebetite killing, he may as well just go grab the Ice Beam for the Zeb skip. Because again, I can't read the ammos. And it's hard enough to read these ammos when it's a 1v1. But the size it gets to on the Discord view that we get as commentators, pretty darn small when we get down to a 2v2. Sephiroth, I mean, you're not wrong. It does expect you to be good at moving through the rooms, but I mean, you gotta be good at moving through the regular rooms. Cerberus comment, sorry, Floater's timing is sus. It expects you to be actually good at moving through the rooms. Alright, Ami at 35-35 is, yeah, 35-35 is fine. Even if you're gonna shoot out Zebs. But yeah, if your reasoning for getting more ammo is for Zebs, just go pick up the Ice Beam. Zeb Skip's biggest time save, I say this all the time, is not the actual Zeb Skip itself, which is a little bit faster than shooting them out. The time save is not having to collect ammo in order to kill the Zebs. Let's just say that any percent would not be down to a 40 if we had to shoot Zebs out, because we'd have to pick up a whole lot more ammo. The route would be very different. Actually, it might not be that different, but it'd be different enough. Just adding those extra 7-second fanfares would make a huge difference. Okay, Dirksu into the Ridley fight. First one back here. Oh wait, Trivertox is the first one over here. Dirksu is the second one. Trivertox already has killed Ridley. And now Dirksu has 2. Trivertox again remembering not to grab that Spazer. See if Dirksu can do the same. We'll see if we can go 4-4 on skipping the Spazer. Trivertox will be the first to get over to D4. Dirksu also beelining it to Turian. Ami, the first of the unretired Rando streamers to get over back towards the Ridley area. And of course, classic Dirksu running into the power bombs. And no G3s for us this time. Sadly, the person I'm targeting is not listening right now, but Nice Metroid room 1 for Dirksu. And Trevor talks into the baby room. We'll see if he can get a baby. Well, never mind. We don't have high jump boots. Do not expect to see. I know some of the newer setups allow for it without high jump boots, but I don't. Like he's not going to go for anything weird like that. Nice gripping strats in room 3 for Dirksu. Meanwhile, Unretired Rando streamers both in the Ridley fight. All right. Plump's our last runner to finish up Ridley. And full beam combo means we just have to do 20 shots here. Looks like we did manage to go full force in that laser beam. No menu's ashamed. Also, if we could mark the various suit for Plum, everything else. That's really it for tracking, because we're not picking up any more items. Like Trevor Tech's setting up for stand-up. I'm going to assume Dirkster will do the same. It looks like Dirksu didn't. Okay, Trevor talks into Mother Brain 3. Looks like Dirksu didn't quite get the stand up. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, never mind. We haven't gotten to that point yet. Looks like Dirksu starting the stand. Oh, wait, no, did not get it. Kept fooling me there. Alright, chat. I want you all watching for where high jump, spring ball, and screw attack were. When we get to the credits here on Trevor Talks' side. Alright, Dirk 2 on Mother Brain 3. Plums goes at the baby. Right, Travatax will be our first person to enter the ship with an official race time of 55:10. Dirksu, meanwhile, is in the escape. In that nice moonfall in the Leadox room. Aha, misses the, behemoth spark. But can try again and just do a regular spark. Fortunately, that is acid that's rising there, which allows us to still charge a speed booster. And Dirksu is going to finish for his second place overall, but giving his team the win. Tales of the Metroid finishing with Dirksu finishing with a 56-24. So GG's to Tales of the Metroid, Tales of the Dreaded Metroid for taking this one. Meanwhile, we have double mother brains going on Unretired Rando streamers. And Plum's going to use some of that ammo because without the wave beam, it's a 30-shot fight and can save a little bit more time by using supers instead. Okay, let's see if we can find out where these missing items are. Come on, those are all the things we did find. Spring Ball, Energy Tank Ridley? Oh, we could have had that. Screw Attack, Powerbomb, Crocomire. I wasn't even that far away. High Jump, Powerbomb, Lower Norfair above. I'm gonna guess that's Powerbombs in jail, which would be... That's a tough one. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, so you're not gonna scout it, so you're not gonna see it. But if you were to scout that high jump, would you pick it up? That's a tough one. High jump boots are that nice, but I don't know that it saves enough time to pick it up in that location. So absolutely fascinating spot there. All right, we have a race here between Plumps and Omni. Looks like Plumps, having gotten stand up, is gonna have a slightly faster Mother Brain 3 though. Yeah, some of our runners chiming in, waiting for their invites to the interview. We'll get them in here shortly. But yeah, it's it probably doesn't save the time to get it, but oh, would it be nice to have? You know, it's one of those items that just feels so much better. So Plump's taking a bit of a lead here into the escape. Barking up the climb. I mean, just a room behind, but it's a big room. And Plumps will finish up with an official race time of 1 hour, 49 seconds. Shortly behind, Omni will finish up 1:07:07. GG's to all our runners. Good race. Very quick seed. This was a classic always bet on Croc seed. The marked is done. I see some of you in chat. Did you get your invites to the interview? Should hop right on in if you're ready. If you want to join in. We got Plumps and okay. I've been saying Omni all day, and I think I still said Omni a few times. Which is it?
Ami.
Ami. Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
mostly I was getting it right. We also have Plumps and Dirksu in here. GG's to all of you.
Thanks. Yo, GG.
Yeah. GG, everyone.
Yeah. I mean, Jet Seed, once you went to Croc, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Dirksu, you were the one in Norfair, right? And I think you ran right past Croc, and I thought you were going there, but no, you're like, no, I'm just gonna go do.
I kind of considered it, but I think I just prefer the item density of Bubble Mountain.
Yeah, well, I mean that's fair. You know, I would very likely do something similar. Although, sometimes you do Ice Beam second after High Jump Boots, so you can loop in Croc with it, but. If you're already there, it doesn't hurt because you got Crumble Tower as well to just go that way. So with Speed Booster, you've got choices. But yeah, we saw you get in the. I think it was you and Ami get in the various suit at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yep. Travatax was just mostly Travatax was ahead in Meridia over what Plumst was doing. So yeah, it was and then of course once you find that various suit, it's just you're done.
Yeah, since then it's absolutely go mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only way off road was for me was Ice Beam, because I think the value of Ice Beam there is just too high to just ignore it.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of a tough call, but I can't see losing time to Ice Beam there.
I think it's definitely faster, even if it's only for the Metroid rooms. It's just
also depends on your skill in both Metro, which version of Metroid rooms.
Yeah, but just
I also went and got it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think at worst it would break even. I can't imagine it would end up being a losing play. But I'll let somebody else go time that if they want to.
Go ahead.
So did they find a charge early like that, or same?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the interesting routing that happened to you, Dirksu, in particular, was that gravity suit in that location.
Where was it again? In
It was
right,
MI
it
Mission
was Mission
Impossible?
Impossible.
Mission
Yeah.
Impossible. Yeah,
And
I didn't have
you
the
just did
supers for
supers.
it.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been great. Yeah, I'm a big fan of going that route, but it's just if you don't get supers there, you're just
Yeah.
at a disadvantage.
Yeah, when you
Yeah,
think about it. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
was on the fence about the meme route thing just because of no supers is really scary. So I just made the call to just not do it.
That makes sense. Yeah, and the funny part was, for a moment there, we were thinking that the supers that I believe was Travatox that picked them up at Criteria Power Bombs might be the only ones, and then literally somebody else, somebody on Unretired Rando streamers, I forget who, got to the early supers area, and sure enough, they were just supers
That
just sitting
was
there.
also on my mind. I was already on the way to Brinstar. I was like, oh my god, there's Gauntlet and there's Criteria Power Bombs. Like that could have been supers.
Yeah, actually,
But
Dirkster,
I
you
was just
might have
gonna go
gotten
for it.
around then too, because you were able to do that with missiles. But yeah, it
Mm.
was kind of funny. But yeah, some good close races. Fun race to call. Nice jet seed for you guys. Dirkster, I know it's really late for you, but
That's good.
so you get to get a little bit of sleep, and Ami and Plumps, you'll get to do whatever you want to do the rest of the night. We do have one more race.
I'm
that
sad
should be
that
going on, so.
I was not able to catch the other. There were 3 races at the same time. That I wanted to see the other 2, but
Well, there are
fortunately, I just watched it
these
back.
things called there are these things called VODs.
Yeah.
They're great.
But yeah, about the race, I was I knew the Tales of Dredded Metroid. They were the same team as last season.
Yep,
I
they're
believe, and
one of like
Yes.
5 teams that came
Yeah.
back completely intact.
yeah, I have watched you guys play since this is my first time racing, but I've watched the previous season, so I knew you guys were really strong and have great movement. So basically, I was just hoping that we just had a good route and found charge, and hoping that you guys somehow skipped it or something, because
Yeah.
otherwise,
Always can happen.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. I mean, I think we both like Ami and I had a pretty good plan. It just was a seed that was kind of difficult to overcome movement differences.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And I don't know if you commented on it, but that X-ray or the sandpit moment was a pretty bad. Like right when I reset, I was like, wait, I shouldn't have reset. I should have just went around and skipped bot wound and grabbed X-ray right there.
Oh yeah, because you had
Yeah.
Dragon dead already, didn't you?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that either. Yeah, either that or just check the sandpits afterwards. But
Yeah.
Either way, yeah. But you did get use out of it later, so at least there's that.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, several like Dirksu, you and I go way back to that awful seed we had in Rando League Season 1. Plumps, I've known you from other chats forever. Ami, you're new, but a very welcome addition to both to the community and to League. So, and of course, I've known Travatox as long as Dirksu as well. So, it was a definite race I was happy to call.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you,
thanks.
Tracy. And for the trackers and speed gaming too. So we had Paragon and Gwen tracking.
Yep, we had. I won. I got 2 trackers. The other races only got 1 tracker. So.
Yeah, and thanks for coming on such short notice. Short lead time. So that was really nice.
No, don't worry about the short notice. I'm always keeping an eye on those things. So.
Are we still at the 100%?
We are still
restream?
at 100% restream. That is amazing. I like we've never even gotten 100% in a week before this. So 100% for the entire season. Hopefully we get people signed up for tomorrow's races and we can go 100% 4 weeks of restream. It'll be amazing.
Yeah, I think I definitely am down to help. It's actually so much more time commitment to. If I'm a runner, I'm like, wait, I've spent more time practicing because normally I do like participating in both the tracking and the comms.
Yep, yeah, I know. Yeah, it frees me. I'm not playing this season, so it frees me up to do all the organizational stuff and comms and tracking as well. So, I know I have noticed that you jumped in a lot, so I definitely appreciate that. All right. Anyone else have anything to add before we close this out?
Nope, just GG. It was really fun 2 races with you guys.
Yeah, GG, and good luck in the upcoming races.
Thank you all.
All right. So yeah, again, another shout out to Gwen and Paragon, our trackers. Trackers always the MVPs. Really appreciate them taking their time to do this race with me. Over on Speed Gaming 5, we may I don't know if that seed's still going, but that's Croc's Third Law versus Muscle Club. So check that out. And if that race is done, we have a double header going on over on Speed Gaming 3 between Southern Route and the Odd Trio. So even if their first game isn't over, their second game should be going. So definitely tune into those. Tomorrow our races start at 10 o'clock in the morning, 10:10 in fact, and that'll be Dyed Ship versus Cat Girls. We have more races as well. 12:40 we have the second game of those teams. At 5:10 we have Set Spacers to Fun versus Paper Trackers, and that's a double header. And finally at 8 o'clock we have the Game 2 of PHMR Reunited versus Remembered Highway. So be sure to check out the schedule. We already have a channel for the 10 a.m. race. No, we don't. But I'm sure Rick will get on it, and we'll have channels for all those races. In the meantime, that's going to do it for me. Again, thank you to everybody, and we'll see you at the next race.